1 second. I'm trying to make the audio work through Sonobus in case anybody jumps in Sonobus. Give me just 1 sec. Now y'all can hear me. There we go. Yep. Yep. I had to turn it off of monitor so that I didn't have it sending out during during Greg's live stream when I was in his Sonobus yesterday. Where's the thing at? I have a new graphic here, as you guys can see. Shows me and all the other participants in the Sonobus room when they join. So that's cool. Got a lot of stuff. Let me try to figure out how to get rid of this because that wasn't showing up a minute ago. Oh, it's an input mixer. Okay, there we go. But yeah, got a bunch of bugs worked out yesterday and today. Spent several hours working on trying to get the live stream to not be as glitchy. Messed around with a bunch of different settings and just yeah, it's been a complete nightmare. But thanks to big shout out to Greg K6EGG for his help in trying to get some of these kinks worked out. Try to get the stream just to kind of be a little bit better and less bugs just all throughout the stream. So big shout out to him. I really do appreciate his help and everybody else who has chimed in as well, offering some advice. It's just been a big help. At the end of the day, I know that I still got to get a better computer. I'm on like a 2018 Mac. I can actually tell you guys the specs of this machine, but yeah, this thing is just way underpowered. If you know anything about Macs, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a 2.3 gigahertz quad core i5 processor, and it's not a very powerful graphics card either, which could be some of my issues as well with the rendering of the encoding rather of the feed. It's just a 130 or 100 1536 megabyte graphics card, so that's not a very powerful graphics card. And I'm only running 16 gigs of RAM. So at the end of the day, like I said, I got to get another machine at some point and then run just the stream on one machine and bring everything in for the live stream that I'm playing around, whether it be WSJT-X or parallel, so I can run slow scan TV or rumlog. Just everything is going to have to be done on a separate machine. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide, do I want to get another MacBook Pro that I can stream on, or should I get something like a Mac Mini? Um, I am a Mac guy. I'm not going to get a PC. I'll tell you guys that now. I know you can build PCs cheaper and all that stuff than you can a Mac, and whatever, but I'm a Mac person. I'm only going to run a Mac. I try to avoid running PC as much as I can. In fact, that PC behind me, that thing really doesn't get used for a whole lot other than um, just really all I use it for is using a Unitrunker and can't think of the other thing. The other decoding software. Um, that's all I use it for. I don't really use it for anything else, so I'm not getting a PC. But if anybody has suggestions on inexpensive Mac setups for streaming, let me know. Give me a shout in the chat. I'm definitely open to hearing some suggestions of what I should do for my setup. What is this? Getting an alert. Can you guys see me okay? It's showing I'm not dropping any frames, but I don't know if you guys can see me very well or not. I'm going to go back to full screen, because I think that graphic was killing my bitrate maybe. I don't know. But I'm getting a lot better bitrate today. Stream solid. Was it solid on the graphic as well? But yeah, so I think I'm going to play a little bit of radio. I did see I don't know if he's still there or not, actually. I'm going to go to, where's it at? POTA. I know why the mic audio dropped. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, it should be working now. Sorry about that. I forgot to copy this Sonobus over. So now it should be working. I'm probably going to end up having to do that a couple times. I messed with a bunch of stuff. So, but yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to try to work Jim. He's out there at Park Kilo 1919, hanging out over there on 20 meters. Lots of stations on 20 meters. So I'm going to try to work some 20 meters and see what all we can get. Work some POTA stations. I can hear Jim. I'm going to bring my audio up over here real quick. Can y'all hear me better now? Yep. Alright, I'm going to try to work Jim, get into his pileup, and just see if he can hear me. He was hard to hear the other day for me, so... also have to take it out of sideband as well. I hope he didn't just go QRT. I'm gonna be a little bit sad if he went QRT just now, because I was hoping to work Jim. Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo. Yeah, I couldn't hear him for a second. It's really hard for me to hear. Can you guys hear that all right? Hear Jim all right? Let's see. 20 meters is so noisy. Oh, he's got a park in there.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo.
Kilo Go 5, Whiskey Zulu Delta. Hey Tom, I wasn't looking at the signal report, I was still looking at the iPad. If you want to try me again, I'll give you that proper signal report, QSL. Hey, thanks for the 5-5. I hear you 5 and 9 in the park. You're not up and down at all, QSL. Hey, I'm glad it's a new one for you, man. This is one that I worked probably the most times, but I just it's on the way home from work, so I thought I'd stop by and see if I can make some contacts. You were number 98, so I'm doing all right, QSL. Got here at 12 after 6, so a little over an hour. I started activating at 12 after 6, QSL.
And he's doing a good job making some good contacts.
Tom, I appreciate you hunting the park today out there. I think I heard somebody else in there with you, so let me go get them on the log. 73 to you, Tom.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo X-ray.
India Romeo Echo, chasing Dallas.
Got you. I think somebody bled in there with you, and I was like, well, I was calling the wrong station a while ago, and I heard you. That's why you didn't come back. Sounded good here in the park, Chase.
Yeah, man, I got you 5-9 here in Texas.
I got you 5 and 8 here at the park today, man. This park is on my way home from the work, and man, it's just looking too tempting, man. I just had to whip in here, but they pushed me out into this little side area that they have where they let the canoers go down into the river.
QSL, yeah, glad to hear you're getting out there and enjoying the POTA, man, on your way home. Yeah, like I said, you're 5-9 here in Dallas, and by the way, I am streaming live on YouTube, so later when you get home, be sure to check out the stream and see how you sound. You sound real good, man. QSL, yeah, it was a little bit hard to hear you there. The band's kind of fading out, so I'll let you get back and I'll let you get back to working some other stations, man, and I'll chat you later, Jim. Yeah, 73.
He's doing good, man. He's got almost 100 contacts already today, so dang. Yeah, he heard me the first time when I was calling, but I couldn't hear him again. The band's kind of like up and down a little bit. So it's hard to hear him. Let's see. I need to go back to this podolog thing. Or PotoSpot. I'm gonna spot Jim. Even though he's probably had a lot of spots today, but yeah, he's doing good, man. He's worked 100 stations so far today. That's not bad. Let me spot him again. Alright, I respotted Jim, so. What? I don't know if it took or not. I don't know. Let's see. Try to work some other stations. Okay, yeah, it did take. Cool. Try to work some other stations. Let's see. I don't really want to go down to 40 meters yet. Let's see if the station's still here and just nobody spotted him. Let's see. Don't hear anything there. Uh, 279. Does sound like there's somebody there, so we'll go Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Romeo X-ray. Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Romeo X-ray. What is it, Kentucky? Let's see. Double check that before I. Kilo Oscar 4. Kilo Oscar 4. What? Jamel's coming over. Sorry about that. Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Romeo X-ray. I think I put that in right. Sorry, got a little bit distracted. Alright. Try to work him real quick. Switch back over to the 710. He's got a good pileup going. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hear him or not.
Roger, Roger. You want that second call?
I can't tell if that's the station or not.
Papa Hotel, and you're 5-9 into El Paso.
Yeah, I think that's it. Dang it.
7-3, thank you.
Yeah, I'm only hearing half that conversation, so we're not gonna get that one. 285. 20 was really good last night. I'm hearing something there, so we'll switch to that one. What was his call sign? Oops. Whiskey 1, Foxtrot India Charlie. Alright, let's see if we can work this guy in Massachusetts. Sounds like I'm hearing both sides of this conversation, so. Alright. I'm gonna kill the mic for a minute.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo.
QSL, Frank here, 5-8, Tennessee.
So hard to hear. 28 meters is so noisy right now. Well, damn, he just went QRT, so I gotta go find another one. I could actually hear him, too. That sucks, because he sounded good. So he just went QRT. Let's try 290. This one's West Virginia. Last heard 5 minutes ago. He's probably off the air, too. 295. I can hear him, so we'll try to work him. What is this one? 290 AB8K. AB8K. Alright, we'll try to work this station in West Virginia. I heard something there, so I don't know if it was him or not, but we're going to find out. I hate having cranked the DNR up, but dude, it's just so noisy. Like, that's horrible. I just can't hear crap. How's your stream looking? Trying to check that right now.
Kilo 9 Lima Echo.
Yeah, I can't even hear him. Oh man, the stream looks probably the best it's looked in a while. Sweet. It looks like way more stable than normal. And I'm getting higher bit rate, so I ended up switching my internet to a hardwired Cat 6 straight out of the router in the closet back there. So I think I'm doing a little bit better in terms of stream consistency. It looks like I'm having a little bit of issues with frame rate kind of going down. It's only showing like 25 frames a second, so I don't know why it's doing that, but let's see if I can find somebody calling CQ maybe, or find some DX or something. I don't know. Probably should pull up DX seat. I don't know. I had a gym. At least I got gym in the log for today. Let's see what else is out there. DXC. There we go. Where's DXC? DXC. There we go. It's so hard having to try to do all this on trying to do all this in OBS, because every time I open up an actual browser it just crashes. So 7.198. We might go down to 40 meters real quick. 7.198. Just to see a French station there. Guess you gotta be on the other side, man. Doesn't look like I'm gonna pick him up. Let's see. 18,125. I think, is that 18,125. That's not. We've lost probably 10 meters and all that right now. Because the sun's going down, or has gone down already, so. Gray line is already hitting. I don't know, let's go to 10 meters real quick. 28,300. See if there's still anything out there, maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky. Nope. Doesn't look like a whole lot of activity on 10 meters right now. I don't know if 10's just not open or what. The 20 meters FT8 last night was really good. Later in the night, there's some...
RW. I started to lose you there. We're losing the band. I kicked the amp up, as you heard there. I'm running about 1,300 watts now, Dave. So I'll say 7-3 to you. It's certainly been a pleasure. We'll have to carry this on here. I was going to ask you a couple other questions, but hey, give us something to do next time. Thanks for giving me the shout there. I got you logged in on QRZ again, and hopefully you can at least hear my out here. Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Alpha Romeo, Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Whiskey, 7-3.
I can kind of hear him. See if he calls CQ. Victor Alpha Station.
Yeah, bye-bye there, Dave. Talk with you later. Whiskey 5, Lima Yankee, VA7RW.
Hey, Ray, what do you say, Doug here again? Man died on us the other night.
Well, that's probably what's going to happen now. I just cranked up the amp here to sign up.
Yeah, he's not gonna call CQ. He's talking, I think. Now they're actually hearing each other again, so sounds like they're gonna get to carry their conversation on. Maybe I should go call. See if I can make a couple of 10-meter contacts before. I don't even know if it's worth it though. Let's see. Amps on. Let's see. 9:30 is where I start. That's FT8. See if there's anything on 12 meters. Doesn't look like it. $12-meter looks dead. jump down to 15. Turn that amp down again. Where does 15 start? 21,275 for me. 275. Where's that at? Nothing but static. Nothing but static. Yeah, I can bump myself up. Are you talking about my audio or the radio audio, Nick? But yeah, appreciate that. How's it going? Kilo Quebec 4 Mike Papa Oscar. Good to have you in here. I don't know if you're a first timer or not, but hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm just playing on radio and seeing what else out there, seeing if the bands are dead or not tonight. I got on here a little bit late, but oh boy, we got Greg in here. Greg's telling me don't F up. And I just want to say again, thank you to Greg for helping me work out a bunch of bugs on my stream. It's definitely a little bit more stable, I noticed, since he suggested some things, some changes to make. So, yeah, appreciate Greg's help there. Big help. Like I said, I changed my internet connection from running Wi-Fi over to hardwired cat, running out of the closet straight into the computer, or right out of the Wi-Fi modem. So, yeah, I definitely think the stream is a lot more stable. Yeah, no, not quite time for 1080-60 yet. I'm going to have a much more powerful machine. This thing, as soon as I fire up WSJT-X, it crashes the stream. You might see that later, because I'm not having a whole lot of luck right now on sideband. Let's see. I need to go back to... Where's it at? There we go. Try to find something. 28,540. Go back to 10 meters. See if I can hear that. See if I can hear that Australian station. I think 10 meters is dead though. He's like way down there, but like way down in the noise. But if I turn the amp up, all it is noise. So, bummer. I'll be right back. I need to go check something real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of something in the other room. I had to go move something. Yeah, trying to find someone somewhere, maybe on the old DX cluster. Because 10 meters is closed, it seems like for me. I guess I'll go see if 20 was just so loud. 20 was just so dang loud. I don't even want to hardly mess with 20 right now, but we're going to anyway.
Trainers, we call them foamies. They're made out of foam versus more or less constantly getting feed. Time of day, but it was a good cue, so really appreciate it, and no doubt we'll run across each other on the logbook somewhere in the future, and I look forward to that. KM6 URV from November 6th, Sierra Victor Bravo, back to you.
Man, it's so annoying that one station sounds really good and the other is just like so low in the noise.
So November.
And 20's just kind of coming and going too.
You got 5 and 6 in the park, USF.
Oh, this is a POTA. Oh wait, this is Jim.
This evening tower, 732.
Yeah, Jim's signal sounds much better now.
Okay, I got you at 5 by 3.
This is the park.
73, have a good one. WW8 Golf, Park Sunny.
What was that? WW8 Golf? What was that? WW8 Golf? What was that? 333? Interact. 333. Oh, it was showing up. WW8 Lima. Whiskey 8 Lima. Whiskey 8 Lima. Alright. I try to fill these out before I actually make the contact, because I know I'll forget the call sign.
I heard golf. Alpha Tango 4 golf. I got you 4 by 4.
And it makes it easier for me.
Alpha Delta 4. QSL, thanks for Tennessee. Have a good night. WW8L, Park Sunny.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo 57.
Copy the 57, you're 59 into Dallas.
QSL, thanks for Dallas.
Roger, 73, good luck.
73, QRZ.
618.
That was surprisingly easy, actually, to get in. 20 sounds really good on that one person, but he's... Where was he? Where was that park at? I wonder if he was close. WW8L. Oh, he's in Colorado. Colorado always sounds good. Let's see if I can get this guy in Lake Livingston. 337. I've got something on my waterfall. So we'll see if we can work him or not. Just noise. Not at all bad.
Oscar 4, Zulu Whiskey Delta.
I wish my signal sounded that good. I think I need an amp.
So, how far do you got to go?
I haven't heard any DX though today.
Yeah, you're also stationary at 5.9, a solid 5.9 that time. So really cutting through the noise here very, very well.
I think that might be.
You got a signal report for me by chance?
I think that might be Canada right there. Might call CQ. So.
I am calling you from Fort Collins, Colorado.
What the heck is that? What is that moving around the... There's slow scan.
I found plenty of soft asphalt in Phoenix.
Action properly here. So you
That's not even about privileges anyway.
You had a little problem.
Shit. I'm gonna call CQ, I think. 20. Don't hear anything, so I'll go to 245. Let's see if we can get anybody.
Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use?
Greg said he just watched my MFJ 929 video. What do you think of that thing now that you're getting your own here in a few days? It's a great tuner. My video didn't do it justice, but it's a great tuner. It's worked great for me.
Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. CQ20, 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 Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo, CQ20, 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 Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo, CQ20. CQ20, 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 Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo, CQ20, 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 Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo.
Frequency's occupied, old man.
Sorry about that, I'll QSY.
Yeah, I don't even hear anybody. I asked like 3 times, is the frequency in use? I didn't hear nobody. So I don't know if he just jumped in there and decided he wanted to take over or what. Oh well. I'll just go take my business somewhere else. Yeah, I can't believe that he called me an old man. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm old, but I mean, I feel old most days. That's actually a first. I mean, do I sound like an old man on the air? Maybe I'm just cranky or something, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm 4, so I am old, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the first time. I mean, I've got called everything from a lid to an idiot on the air, but I don't know that I've ever been called an old man. Stuff you hear. Yeah, in my defense though, I didn't hear nothing. And now they're not even on it anymore. Or is there a net that happens on, oh, you know what? Was it 200 I was on? Oh, I think I called CQ on 200. Or no. It was 240. Or 245.
73C.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what even. I don't even remember what I did. I'll have to look at it later. I thought it was 25. 14,225. Or something, or 250. I don't know. 245. I'm still tired. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go watch that real quick. I'm just curious if it's one of those channels where there's a net. Yeah, it was 245, but I don't.
KK4RGB, Victor Echo 3, Victor Charlie Victor.
Of course, now 250's in use, and I think that's the same guy. 245. I didn't know if it was a net though. I didn't think it was 225. I know. I generally know my.
Having Park, USF.
Higher.
73. CQ Photo, this is.
See, and when I took that video,
Maybe 380's open. Yeah, I'm gonna call it again. Yeah, I'm just not used to it. I'm like, oh god, I always forget how old I am. I'm 26, I think. I didn't expect that. 45 is not old though either. 45 is not old at all. I don't think you can really be called an old man until you're like 65 at like retirement age. Alright, I'm gonna do 2.
Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use?
Don't hear anybody this time.
Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use?
Let me make an adjustment real quick. You should be able to hear me a little bit better now. It's hard to adjust. This is why I gotta figure out a better way to do my audio than just doing it all in, especially the radio audio, than doing it in Sonos or in mixing it in OBS.
Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use?
Harder break.
We're 60 degrees this morning, and now it's
17 degrees and dropping, and it's snowing up here right now. And we're supposed to get a couple inches of snow.
Oh my gosh, there was no audio again. I didn't realize that. It's like every different scene has a different setting on it. CF 6 meters is open. It's been a while since I've been able to get 6 meters when it's open. I need to tune up though. Guess that I'm just gonna have to go over to digital a little early tonight, cause there's just nothing, man. 6 meters is not open. Can't call CQ. Yeah, every time I'm calling CQ, I'm keying up on somebody else. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over to OpenSpot and jump on like 30 Charlie or something. I think I'm on American Link right now. Let's see, when's the last time somebody transmitted on American Link? About a minute ago, so it doesn't look like there's a QSO going on. Oh, I do gotta do this so you guys can hear me. Should be good now. And I should be able to hear that without the audio up. Alright. And let me kill Sonobus real quick. Y'all totally couldn't hear that. That was muted.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, listening on American.
Alright. put my call sign out there. See if anybody is listening on American Link.
KI5IRE WH6GVE.
WH6GVE. This is Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo. Just hanging out here tonight. And just thought I'd try to make some contacts over here on DMR. Just see who all's out there. Just hanging out tonight. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well, thank you. The name here is Ken, Kilo Echo November. It was doing the same. I've got on here, and my noise floor is so high, and there was just nothing I could really enjoy listening to, so I fired.
Yeah, that's a lot of the same reason I switched over to digital. I was having some issues with my noise floor tonight as well. 20 meters seems to be really the only thing open right now, and my noise floor on 40 meters is always pretty high as well. So, yeah, I made a couple of contacts on HF a few minutes ago, but this right now seems to be the better option for me tonight.
Yeah, for sure, roger that. So just curious about the audio quality on this. I've made some adjustments here in the shack, and I'm on this little FT-710D talking to the Pi-Star that I put together. So how's the clarity on this? Back to you.
Yeah, you sound really good. It's a little bit broken up digital audio. I don't know if that's on my end or not, but it's a little bit broken up at times. But the clarity in terms of the actual audio quality, it sounds really good. It does not sound bad at all.
Yeah, hey, thanks for that. I brought my Pi-Star, dashboard up, and occasionally I get some packet loss. So it could be my internet connection on this end. It might just be, the quality of my internet service provider as I, go from RF into the wonderful land of the World Wide Web. So yeah, back to you.
Yeah, it can definitely be on my end as well, because I am also live streaming on YouTube right now, and just doing that, trying to help make some contacts and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing how you sound, you can just look up my call sign, and you'll be able to see the live stream there. And like I said, you sound really, really good coming into me. That last transmission sounded really good. There was no breakup or anything like that, so you sound good, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So occasionally I've used the Parrot, and of course get a good signal back on that. That's always a great way to do a test. But sometimes the live conversation is just a little bit more fun to have and be able to ask feedback. So yeah, so interesting. I'll check out your live feed there. I'll click on your call sign and see where that leads me on the QRZ.
Yeah, I think my channel is linked on there as well, so yeah, you might be able to find it that way. Yeah, I'm big on using Parrot as well. I usually try to do a Parrot check just about every time before I get on DMR. Huge help for me, because it kind of, look at how I sound, but I totally agree. It's definitely better to have the opinion of somebody else to see how you sound and see what kind of feedback they might be able to give you as well on your signal.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing it taught me is to key up and then wait a couple of seconds for the Pi-Star to sort of get its mind and get the connection going before I start talking. That was one of the things I definitely realized early on. So.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and it's kind of the same way on both my Pi-Star hotspot and my OpenSpot as well. That's the OpenSpot's what I'm actually on right now. I don't use my Pi-Star quite as much as I used to, because it's a very old generation one. Since I think I got it back in like 2020, so it's a rather old version of the Raspberry Pi platform, but yeah, the OpenSpot's kind of the same way too. You gotta kind of give it a breather in between keying and unkeying, and right before somebody else unkeys you, before you rekey.
Roger that. Yeah. So yeah, we're just saying it'd be fun to try Q on phone Q.
You broke up a little bit on your last one. It kind of unkeyed and rekeyed.
Yeah, okay, roger that. I've got some internet connectivity issues going on here. It's probably my ISP. We've had some issues in the islands of late, and of course there's widespread outages with AT&T that were former that look to be resolved now. But I just said that it'd be kind of fun to give a shot on some of the other modes, maybe try and do an FT8 QSO or maybe 10 through 20 meters sometime, see if we can connect across from Hawaii to Texas.
Absolutely. Give me a shout anytime. I think my email's on my QRZ page as well, so feel free to shoot me an email anytime on there. And I'd be happy to try to make a QSO with you, try to make some phone contacts, try to make some FT8 contacts for sure. I'm on FT8 quite a bit, so I might go over there for a little bit, here a little bit, so I might catch you on there if you're on here a little bit later.
Hey, yeah, roger that. I had another operator who was actually in Connecticut who helped me finish my worked all states. They were the one that I had not gotten in FT8 mode. I've gotten every other state FT8 except for that, and I ran into him elsewhere, and I said, hey, can we make a QSO? Had to reset there. Had to reset.
Yeah, I think it had some packet loss again.
Yeah, KI5IRE, roger that. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's, I'm pretty sure it's on my end because I'm watching the loss on the, on the PyStar.
Yeah, it definitely comes and goes. But yeah, it still sounds clear, but every now and then it's broken up, and then in between, sometimes you'll have a really clear one that doesn't have any issues at all. So yeah, it's definitely kind of weird, and hopefully your ISP can get those issues resolved if it is on your end.
How do I sound? That's not me, is it?
Yeah, for sure, roger that. I think one up there, see, watching it bounce, I'm watching it drop, and
sound good. He does sound good. K4, PKB.
K4 PKB KI5IRE. I'm going to see if I can reset some of this equipment and get that bit error rate down. So appreciate the QSO and K4 PDKB. I appreciate the feedback too.
Yeah, you also might try, there is a way to do the calculate thing. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it will, it's called AutoCal on the OpenSpot, but there should be a way for you, I'm going to reset. Ken, I don't know if you're still there, if you were catching what I was saying, but it said I had a late entry on my OpenSpot. But before you reset, your Pi-Star, I just thought I'd tell you there is a setting in the configuration on your Pi-Star called AutoCal. If you Google it, that will help you a lot of the times and get your bit error rate down. I know I have that option on my OpenSpot. I can't remember exactly what it's called on the Pi-Star, but if you Google that and put Pi-Star after it, AutoCal Pi-Star, that should help a little bit as well, maybe.
Okay, 10-4, got that. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that. Yeah, that could help on the bit error rate for sure. I know that there's some tweak adjustments available in the configuration. So, yeah, and sometimes I just think, like I say, it's just our ISP out here, not exactly the best. But appreciate that and the information there. I'll jump over to your TRZ page too. So, all right. Well, with that, I'll wrap it up. So, hey. I really appreciate the chat, and yeah, I'll be clear on your final KI5IRE. This is WH6GVE.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help you out. Yeah, hopefully, and like I said, hopefully it'll get your ISP issues resolved as well. It's definitely not. It definitely sucks having an ISP that has issues. I've been in that boat myself before, but yeah, like I said, I'll get those resolved, and hopefully we can make another contact here soon. Maybe on HF or something. Maybe give me a shout. It was good talking to you. I appreciate the contact. 73 Ken.
KI5IRE 73 to you too. WH6GVE clear.
So his audio is clear, but definitely there's some packet loss. But it was sounding good on my end.
Listening for any calls on America Lane.
Because the audio that you guys are hearing when I talk on America Link is actually coming through my internet as well. It's coming straight out of my OpenSpot, not my radio. I have to do things backwards here.
CZ, Jim in Baltimore City.
Greg said I will get that when I get that mixer. I will have a handle on my audio. I sure hope so. I'm gonna have to figure out how to route digital stuff into it, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun experience, and I gotta find a place to put it too because I don't.
Sorry, I did not catch that. This is
because I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. I don't have a whole lot of desk space. Pretty much everything's taken up by some kind of camera gear. Let's see what do I want to go to now? Do I want to go to? Because I'm on Brandmeister right now. So do I want to go to 30 Charlie or
Baltimore City?
Let's see. Do I want to do 30 Charlie or do I want to go work YSF? Having some network issues now. Let's see. Should I go work YSF? YSF. No, not FCS. YSF. I'm starting to get some issues here on the live stream, I think. At least with OBS. OBS is not wanting to let me change modes. Let's see, YSF. Switch. I gotta figure out a way to bring my Pi-Star audio in too, because this Radioddity radio does not have a it does not have a audio out on it. So there's not a way to run like a an audio feed out of it, like no external speaker, I guess you could say. Maybe I'll just have to buy another radio for the shack. Come on, switch to YSF. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I was on YSF or... Yeah, I was on Brandmeister America Link. Let's see. YSF talk group should I go to? Why is my modem showing transmitting? My modem's stuck in transmit. I don't know why my modem's stuck in transmit. I'm gonna have to reboot it. I think that could have been why it was having issues. I think that was a huge reason actually why it was having issues. It was stuck in and it's back in transmit again. That's so weird. So my OpenSpot is transmitting right now. And I'm not even... I gotta figure that out. I'm not transmitting, and nobody else is talking through it. And it's got it locked up. And a full reboot didn't do anything to change that. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because I linked America Link, and they're talking on it. On America Link. That's why it's... And it's making the OpenSpot run slow. At least on this end. Trying to go through the browser. Let's see. I probably should have linked a different talk group. What's another good YSF talk group? Let's see. American Link. Let's see. DX Link System. Get some DMR-DMX or DX-DMR. I didn't know Ham Radio Crusaders Freddy had a YSF talk group. That's cool. Let's see. Kansas City, I think that's the one. There's one that's like really cool. A lot of different nets on it. I think it's like, or it might be like Sunlink or something. I can't remember the name of it. Let's see. SkyHub Link's a good YSF reflector. Really good one. SkyHub Link's good. They have a good net on, I think it's Tuesday nights. I enjoyed it when I got on there. We're gonna go to D-Star because I can't find anything that I want to get on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Dude. It will not let me switch. It will not let me switch, dude. It's trying to now put me back on DMR. Yeah, no, it's a good net, but I'm not gonna do YouTube live on it. Be a little bit boring, but it is a good net. I enjoy it. I'll check in there. I will check into that net from time to time. I'm not really big on nets as much anymore, unless I'm like really bored. That's just nets in general. There is one actually, a local one I might check into. I might check into a local one. On 2 meters or 440 here in a little bit. But I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it because I don't have a way to bring that audio into OBS. Unless I put it on a scanner, I could do that. Alright, there's 30 Charlie. 30 Charlie's queued up. 30 Charlie's queued. Well, no, it's still saying YSF. How is that? How is that? I know I hit switch to select it. That's so weird. Spending more time changing reflectors than anything right now. Don't try to stream with an underpowered computer if any of you guys are wanting to get into YouTube. Because this is awful. When I'm not streaming, it's pretty fast. Just not when I'm not when I'm streaming. Maybe we're on 30 Charlie now? Maybe. There we go. We're on 30 Charlie. But yeah, Sky Hub, they're out of Colorado. I didn't know they had nets every day and night, actually. But I think it's a solid group of guys. Good dudes. I enjoyed it. Why did that not come through? Oops.
KI5IRE listening on 30 Charlie.
See, it's kind of breaking up when I transmit it, so I don't know if that was him or not. I might have to go auto-cal this thing.
KI5IRE WZ9Y.
WZ9Y, KI5IRE, how are you doing tonight? I'm just hanging out here in the shack, playing a little bit of radio, and thought I'd jump on to 30 Charlie and just put my call sign out there and see who all is out there listening.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm down here in the shack. Do some CW and HF. Also, I'm getting overwhelmed with all the putting together I have to do for my. I just bought a satellite, a couple satellite antennas, a sat controller, and a rotor. So I just unboxed everything and started laying it out. I'm like, oh man, that's going to take me forever to put together. But so I think I'll put that off and play around with the sat controller for a little bit, and so then I decided to come back to your call. So name's Mike, and I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I was playing around on HF a little while ago, and I made a couple of contacts on 20, but other than that, it was pretty hard to hear. My noise floor was really high on HF tonight, so I decided to jump on to digital instead and play around over here. Made a couple of contacts on America Link, and now I jumped over here to 30 Charlie. For some reason, my hotspot still shows me on America Link. You're on 30 Charlie, right?
That is correct. I'm on 30 Charlie. Hotspots can be goofy sometimes, but I think I ran into that once too. I never did know what caused it. I never ran into it again, but I seem to remember something like that happening to me.
Yeah, I love my OpenSpot 4. It's a great hotspot, but sometimes it can definitely do some goofy things, and it can be really weird from time to time. So hopefully it's not doubling up somehow on AmericaLink. But yeah, the name here is Chase. I'm in Texas. I'm near 20 miles west of Dallas. And yeah, just want to jump on here. What satellite antenna did you end up getting?
Oh, you sound fine. I mean, I can listen on AmericaLink if you want. I've got 3 hotspots. I actually got 2 OpenSpot 4 Pros and the Zoom Spot. And let me tell you, the OpenSpot 4 are better. You get some weird things with the Zoom Spots too. I've got, especially with those Pi-Stars. If you're not careful shutting them off, you don't power them down, the file system gets corrupted and you gotta reformat it and restore. I've had that happen to me a couple times. So, but yeah, I don't remember what spot. Maybe that's when I had it. But yeah, I've only remember that happening to me once.
Yeah, I think I figured it out. I had my DMR radio set to the wrong talk group. I still had it on the AmericaLink DMR talk group, and I needed to go into talk group 9. So hopefully you're hearing me a little bit better now.
Yeah, Mary, you're fine. At first you garbled a little bit, but then you were fine. I just tuned my other one to AmericaLink. I don't see your call sign coming up on there, so I think you're fine.
All right, copy that. Yeah, I was, yeah, like I said, I was switching in between there, but I was just curious what satellite antenna you ended up picking up, because I am trying to get started in satellites here soon. So I've been doing a little bit of looking around. I can't get the name of them. They seem like really cool antennas, and a guy I know out in Hawaii who's really big into satellites was telling me I should get one of those.
Well, I first started doing satellite last summer with a portable one, and that works with if you got a dual band HT or with, I got an Icon 9700 I'm talking on now. In the picture, you'll see me, I got my 9700 on the patio, and I'm holding the antenna. So that works. I made contacts on that, and it works, definitely works. But what I got now is it's called an M2 Leo pack. It's a couple circular arrays, 1 and 2 meters, 1 and 40 centimeters. I've got a couple preamps, tripod I'm going to mount it on, and then I've got the Yaesu G5500 that will adjust azimuth and height. And then I got the CSN Technology SAT, which will automatically control the rotor and the radio for Doppler effects. So hoping it'll work a lot better than me moving my hand around. But definitely holding it by hand, it definitely works. I had fun with it. And that's why, in fact, I had so much fun with it, I decided to invest more money into the setup I'm investing in now. So, but mine is just the Arrow from HRO I bought.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a really good setup. I definitely cannot bring myself to spend the money right now on a ICOM 9700 as much as I really want one. I just cannot bring myself to spend almost $2,000 on that radio right now when I've got Dayton coming up and I got plane tickets to buy. So yeah, that's one that I'm definitely going to have to save a little bit of extra money for the ICOM 9700. It looks like a fantastic radio that would be definitely very useful for on stuff like 30 Charlie and all that, and playing around a bit on Crossmodes. But I was thinking about getting one of those TYT 9800s to do some FM satellites and that sort of thing. I think pretty sure it is a full duplex So I was thinking about buying one of those. They're a little bit on the cheaper end. They're closer to about $200, around that range, and just kind of work everything portable.
Yeah, I got a Radioddity DB-25D that does dual band. It's funny because I got some more expensive HTs that don't do dual band receive. I mean, when you transmit, you can't hear yourself coming through the sat link. So yeah, I mean, of course you don't necessarily need that, but it helps if you can hear yourself. So, but DB-25D, I think that's a DMR HT. Yeah, I had a Yaesu 736. You can pick those up cheap, but thing is, when they die, and mine died, we just want to replace with the 9700. It was more than just a basic power supply problem that is known for those things. So, but those are nice rigs if you can pick them up, use, and they're working. Those are still great satellite rigs. If you wanted a base station, but yeah, you can definitely work the FM sats with a handheld and a handheld antenna, and that can be a lot of fun. The ISS is challenging because it's so easy to hit that there's so much of a pile up on there. So if you work in the ISS, that's a little harder sometimes. But SO38 with FM handhelds are, you can work that pretty good. But yeah. I mean, you don't need a 9700, that's for sure. Yeah, you definitely don't need that to get started.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot of other people say. There is a Yaesu, I think it's like the 2730, I think is what it is. A bunch of other guys use, and that was another option that I had as well that I was considering. So yeah, I got some options that I'm kind of testing out, weighing what's going to be best for my budget, my situation. Just like I said, I'm not trying to spend a ton of money, but satellites is definitely something I'm really interested in getting into, and I wish I could get my hands on a 9700 because it would be nice to get to work Green Cube before they potentially shut it off here. I think in July is when they're considering doing that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that myself. Yeah, I mean, I got into amateur radio in 1990, and I've seen people even back then working satellites with the Yaesu 736, and it's something I always wanted to do. But, my budget never allowed. Now I'm kind of in a position, I'm older. I don't have to spend money on. I got a dog. Spend enough money on him, I guess. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in a position where I've kind of worked myself up. I had the 9700, which I was only using for repeater and D-Star. Now I guess I'll be able to get a little more money's worth, or my money's worth out of the radio doing satellite, because it was kind of overkill for what I was using it for. But can't buy everything all at once.
Yeah, definitely not. I considered a few months ago buying the Yaesu 991 Alpha, which would have probably allowed me to work satellites, but instead I ended up going for the FT-710. I felt like it was a better deal. It was less expensive, and it's a much newer radio, but the only problem is the 710 doesn't have VHF UHF like the 991 Alpha, so instead of getting into satellites and all that kind of stuff, now it's kind of, I wish I would have maybe considered taking that into account, but I still love the FT-710, even though it's HF only. But I'm curious to see if Yaesu ends up releasing a competitor with the I call them 7100 or the 9700, whichever one that is. I can't remember. I just totally lost my train of thought. But I'd be interested to see if they end up releasing a competitor to that radio here at Dayton here, just coming up here in a couple of months.
You know what radio I noticed? I mean, I used to have one. I didn't use it for satellites, but I used to have one. It's a Kenwood TS-2000. I think you can pick those up. Nice used. That's a nice radio. It does AHF. It's not a pretty looking radio, but it's a very good radio. I know people that use it for sat. I did not use it for sat because I couldn't afford the satellite setup back then. But that I know is a popular radio sat usage as well. And it's not as old as on a Yaesu 736, which is very old, but I got a friend that still uses that radio for sat, and it works good. Nice thing with the 9700 is you don't need a computer. There's something called CSN makes a controller that works just with the 9700, but it's web-based, and it'll track all your satellites and everything for you, control the rotor, and control the radio as well, which is nice. But if you got a Windows laptop or PC handy, you can do it that way too. Or you can just do it manually. I got a friend of mine who with a 736 just controls the rotor manually. It's not that big a deal. I mean, heck, I'm standing out there in my backyard, using it, holding an antenna by hand, controlling it. I'm sure using the rotor, just moving the controls by hand isn't that hard. So, but a lot of options.
Yeah, since you said you were getting a rotor set up too, have you ever heard of Node Red? It's like a Pi-Star based, or a Raspberry Pi based rather, controller thing that controls a lot of different things in your shack. And I believe rotor controls is one of the things that it does. I don't know anything about that personally because I don't have a rotor controlled antenna, but it might be something to look into implementing in your shack as well. Just thought I would throw that out there to you if you didn't know about Node Red. It's if you Google nodered.js, it's like a JavaScript program or a JSON program, I believe.
Yeah, I've heard of that. One of the things I was looking for too was because I can remote control. I got an Icom 7610 for HF, and I can remote control it. And one of the things is sometimes when I'm upstairs, not in the shack, I want to be able to, remote control my radio and turn my 20 because I got a 4-element beam, and it works so much better when I can rotate that thing and direct it rather than using the dipole. I got an OCF dipole. But the beam but you got to be able to rotate it, so you got to be in the shack. But I think that software lets me control that remotely too. So I was looking at doing something like that eventually, so I could even remote control the rotor from somewhere else.
Yeah, that would be really cool to be able to. I think I doubled up with somebody November 5, November Alpha. If you want to go ahead, I'll stand by here on 30 Charlie KI5IRE. November 5, November Alpha. I saw you jump in there. Did you want to jump in? I can. I'll let you take over. Yeah, I guess he may have clicked off of 30 Charlie, but yeah, that it'd definitely be cool to put up a rotor here at the house, but I have a rather large infed half wave up in the backyard right now that kind of prohibits me from putting up a rotor because I'm pretty sure I don't have the room right now. I'd be swinging that rotor antenna right into that infed half wave and ripping that down. I have a feeling, but yeah, rotor controlled antennas are definitely cool and something I would definitely like to invest in at some point. KI5IRE.
Yeah, there's I've been doing it since 1990, so I think my first setup was, the first ham radio I had I had I forget what the heck it was. It was a Uniden 2810. It was 10 meters only. Didn't put up a lot of power, but luckily back then 10 meters was, I was in an apartment, I was in college, and just with a dipole strung up from one end of the apartment to the other. Not sure if that was good practice, but it worked. It worked real good. Talked all over the world with that and 10 meters. And back then 10 meters was very popular, and the band conditions are really in. You don't need a lot to talk on 10 meters. So, but well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna shut down the shack here and head upstairs. But it was good meeting you. Wish you luck, and let me know when if you get that portable antenna and start working SAS with your HD. Let me know and how that works for you. And I'll wish you 73 and wait for your.
Yeah, I definitely will. It's good to meet you on here as well. I'll definitely let you know. Feel free to also, I am live streaming on YouTube as well. So if you're interested in seeing how you sound really good coming into my hotspot. So if you're interested in hearing how you sound on this QSO, feel free to just, if you look up my call sign, I think my YouTube page is on my QRZ. You can check that out. But for sure, man, yeah, I'll definitely be sure to hit you up and let you know how that's going with the satellites. I appreciate your help on that and your input on that. Definitely appreciate that. It was good to make contact with you again. And 73 to you. I will catch you later, and I'll be clear on your final.
Boy, that was weird. I wasn't hearing you come through on my radio, but I was hearing you on the computer in the hotspot. I wonder what the deal was with that. But yep, 73, and good meeting you, and I'll catch you. 89 White Clear.
All right. Yeah, you have a good night. And 73 to you as well. KI5IRE, clear off of 30 Charlie.
KI5IRE and 3 GWG.
N3 GWG, this is KI5IRE.
Yeah, I heard you a few minutes ago talking about, I think it was you who was talking about having some problems with Pi-Star.
Yeah, I do have some issues with Pi-Star. I don't use that hotspot as much as I do my OpenSpot. It's a much older Pi-Star that I have had. It's one of the old jumbo spots that you buy off of Amazon that was about $100 back in 2020. I can't remember the exact model of Pi-Star, but it's one of those small black cube ones.
Sure. There are some hotspots that are actually an original Zoom spot board, and you might be well served to see if you actually have the circuit board which is inside is a Zoom spot, Z-U-M-S-P-O-T, or not. If it is not, it is probably some sort of a Chinese clone. Not to say they don't work, but the quality of them is not as high. That being said, in January of this year, Pi-Star, Andy, who oversees Pi-Star, I forget his call offhand, but he released in January a new update. And that was with Pi-Star not having seen any updates in some several years, 3 or 4 years. And I recently updated Pi-Star in my hotspot. I have an original Zoom spot version 0.6, and it works flawlessly. I turned in one bug to them. It was a minor bug, but the hotspot works flawlessly. I don't know what version of PyStar you're running, but the latest version, I believe, that's stable is 4.2.1, and I would highly recommend that you acquire that and upgrade to it.
Yeah, I think I am on the latest version of it. I think I'm on that 4.2.1. Pretty sure I remember updating it back in January, but I definitely think a lot of my issues is it's a very outdated. It's the first generation of PyStar. It's I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of the first versions, and now they have the Raspberry Pi 2. Or the version 2 of it. So I haven't got the second generation yet, but I know that I can just get the soldered version of the board, and then all I have to do is connect the PyStar to the hat, and then upgrade it that way. But I just haven't had a chance to do that. It's a $40-something upgrade, but I do think that's a lot of the issues with my PyStar that I have.
I'm a little confused by what you're saying. PyStar is a piece of software. PyStar is a Linux distribution with software. And you're calling some sort of hardware PyStar. I have no idea why you're doing that, because there's no piece of hardware called PyStar. PyStar is a piece of software, is a Linux distribution.
Oh boy, I'm getting it.
It is not it is a number of years old, the latest version being 4.2.1. You are not talking about software. So if you're talking about hardware, I'd be curious to know what interface board you have, because I've been using these things for a while and I'd like to try to help you. But there's certainly no hardware board called PyStar, so you must be confused about something there.
Comment? Go ahead. I'm gonna try to look up the piece of hardware I have. Hotspots are really bad. They're very bad. The majority of them are all running with a Raspberry Pi 0W. And the other gentleman, what he is referring about upgrading to is a Raspberry Pi 02W, which is essentially twice as fast as the original Raspberry Pi.
And I had a Raspberry Pi 1, and the chip that's on the version 1 is a 32-bit chip, and version 2 is a 64-bit 2-core chip. I believe the RAM is the same, which is
Yeah, so I just looked up the Raspberry Pi that I have in this hotspot. It is a Raspberry Pi 0W Rev.1.1. So it's one of the much older boards, and that's what I was saying. I got to update to the Raspberry Pi 2W as KD0HGI, I think it was. Whoever was that mentioned that, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I highly recommend doing that. I did that with my hotspot myself. I upgraded to the Pi 0 version 2 WH. So the H just means that when you order the board, it has the header already installed, and I ordered it that way with the H. It's like another $2. somebody to solder the header on, whatever. But I would highly recommend that.
Okay, if I take a look at, which is very important, is that your firmware on your MMDVM top hat is up to date. Yeah, I believe I updated everything back in January when that new update came out from 4PiStar that Andy released. But yeah, I definitely know, like I said, a lot of my issues is more hardware based, and it's just a very underpowered board for what I'm trying to do with it. So it works, but it's not the best. So yeah, hopefully upgrading to the Pi 0 2W will be a big help. And yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to do the pre-installed header because I don't really want to solder it because I am not too skilled with the soldering iron.
Yeah, well, just when you order the Pi, just make sure you order the WH. You want a Pi 0 WH version 2. So if you order that, you'll definitely get it with the header on.
Okay, yeah, roger that. I appreciate that. I will make sure to make sure that I buy the WH version of that, and hopefully I'll be able to do that here in the next few weeks. Because, like I said, it's a $40 upgrade. It's just more so that I don't really want to spend the money because I use my OpenSpot a lot more than I do my PiStar these days because I haven't quite figured out how to do all the cross-moding stuff over there on the PiStar. That's still a learning curve that I've got there. And hopefully once I get that squared away, I'll be able to actually run the other software, the PSD software. I've heard that's much better. I tried it out on this hotspot, but it's just this hotspot's much underpowered to run chip software.
Yeah, I had tried just on the Pi 0 version 1. It was very slow, and I agree it was underpowered. I ended up moving back from WPSD to PiStar for two reasons. One, there were a number of bugs in his software that I saw. And the second reason was when I tried to report them to him, he gave me a bunch of attitude. And I don't know if you've ever talked to Chip or not, but, you know, he's not a dumb guy in terms of his programming capabilities. I wouldn't say that at all. And I think what he's trying to do for the amateur radio community is good. But Chip's got a bit of a personality attitude. And he was a bit rude to me, and I just proverbially flipped my electronic middle finger at him. I stopped talking to him, got rid of the software, and I'm using PiStar. But there were bugs that I found, which was the problem, and he wasn't interested in hearing it.
Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I know there was an update that he had released, rather before he did the PSD software, before he actually made the full full firmware flash or software flash, I guess. I don't know. I know he had released just a update that completely updated the PiStar dashboard. I was trying to find the file for that and see if I could run that. I know he hasn't supported that in several years, since he started the WPSD software program. But yeah, I'm just trying to play around and see what all I can throw on this Pi-Star hotspot or this Raspberry Pi hotspot and see just kind of see what kind of fun I can have with it and what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, well, Pi-Star was developed by a fellow named Andy. I don't know his last name, but Chip is an entirely different person. He doesn't have anything to do with Pi-Star. He forked Pi-Star and created WPSD with it. And I did like some of the things about his distribution. I will say that the color schemes he had, the way he had
just hanging out over here, Jim, for a little bit.
But
playing around
he was,
on
very difficult to deal with, and I just figured it wasn't worth it. It's just a freaking hobby, man. And if I find bugs in a piece of software and I want to take the time to turn them in, including with some fixes, and a person gives me a bunch of attitude back, that's the end of that.
Comment. Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Go ahead, Almo Station.
Yeah, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Yeah, I've been listening for a while, and you're not the only one who's had problems with Chip. I've had problems with the guy as well. KJ7, ONO.
Well, I've been a consultant for 30 years in the IT sector. I know Linux very well. I actually work for Red Hat. And I try to do things and communicate with people. I'm very constructive. And, man, I don't like to just tell people when there are problems. I like to present them with either an engineered solution or a code solution if I can.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a pretty busy pod activation out there, Jim. Glad I got to work you and get you in the log, man.
So, whatever. I don't have to deal with them, so it's not a problem. But the software, he certainly doesn't regression test the software because he had something that was working. He fixed something else broke, and he doesn't regression test the software. That's poor software engineering. That has nothing to do with attitude. That was the main thing that upset me. The software didn't work. I tried to do things, but then when I tried to deal with him, he was just a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah, I totally understand that. He was a pain in the tush for other reasons. He actually, in my case, he actually prevented several different YSF reflectors, mine included, from being listed on his software. And it wasn't until I made a stink about it that he finally relisted those reflectors. But I'll tell you what, it was a lot of drama involved in that. Believe you me, the drama got really bad. Anyways, I'll let you two go back to your conversation. This is KJ7OMO.
Yeah, appreciate you. Oops, I think I doubled up. Yeah, no worries. You're not interrupting at all. I'm gonna jump off here for the night. It was good to talk to you guys. I appreciate you guys helping me out with the issues that I'm having with my Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I'll definitely try the hardware upgrade, and we'll see what happens with that. Appreciate y'all's help again and your input. Definitely much appreciated. I'll be clear on your final.
So N3GXX, go ahead. I'm sorry, N3GGX. I saw your breaking station, N3GGX. Go ahead, N3. All right, back to you, OMO.
3GWG. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night. And 3GWG.
All right. Yeah. I didn't expect that. Yeah, I've been having issues with that PiStar. I know I need to update the hardware. It's really, really outdated. I've had it for quite a while. I've had that thing since that was my first hotspot back in 2020. So hopefully I can get it upgraded. I would like to try the, I would really like to try the WPSD software. It looks really, really cool. There's a lot of cool things in it. It just at least what I've seen on YouTube and that sort of thing, but just haven't had a chance to upgrade it yet and try it out for myself. I know some people have had issues. I've seen a lot of people. I think I might have talked to that guy maybe about a month ago, and he was reporting the same issues with that software. But I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews. It's definitely mixed basket. So I'm not gonna have an opinion on something I haven't even been able to get to work myself. Yeah. But oh my gosh, I can't get this to open. Yeah, good to work you, Jim. I didn't get to hear you the first hour. I actually saw you on the ham clock when I booted up the shack and was getting ready to go live. So yeah, I was glad to get to work you, and that's awesome that you got 98 in your first hour and 42nd, and that's in the 40 something in the second hour. That's awesome, man. I can't remember the last time I had a POTA that was that big. Video game chat Saturday night. Yeah, I think I did fall asleep because I fell asleep at some point. I was sitting in my chair here in the shack and I ended up falling asleep. Yeah, that's kind of happened the last 2 weeks. I've been really tired, still really tired. I was supposed to go do a POTA activation today, and I ended up sleeping all day today. So now I got to go try to do it before work tomorrow. I got to get an antenna review done. I'm trying to review that TN7. I took it out a couple of weeks ago, and I set it up wrong. I found out that I set it up wrong. I didn't have the matching unit 10 feet off the ground, so that was why I had a high SWR. I had a SWR like 3 and ended up having to use the tuner, and I didn't think it was right. And then I watched KM4ACK's video on that same antenna and saw it's supposed to be 10 feet off the ground, and it was like 3. So I gotta go take that antenna out there, and I got a 9-to-1 matching unit for my random wire that I've been trying to build for the last month or 2 months, something like that. I just didn't want to build I didn't want to have to buy a matching unit. It was supposed to be an antenna that I was just going to tune with the tuner, but I think it was too high of resistance or something along the lines of that. But the matching unit seems to work a little bit better, at least when I tested it out last night. So hopefully I'll have a new video coming on that here in the next few days. It's back to work tomorrow, so probably not going to be going live until at least maybe Sunday of this week. Yeah. In the after chat, we were talking about pizza and video games in Josh's after chat on Saturday. Yeah, that was a fun conversation. We were just kind of, everybody was going back and forth between their favorite pizza place, their favorite hamburger place. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun in Josh's after chat. Every week. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Ham Radio Crash Course. He does his Saturday live streams. Usually I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, so like 5 o'clock Pacific, and that would be, I think, 8 o'clock Eastern time, if I did that math right. Yeah, he does his live stream, his topic live stream, and then after that he goes and does his after chat, which is usually like hams helping hams. Super cool. A lot of help that you'll find in there if you're somebody just starting out in ham radio. it's always a good time in the after chat. And then usually towards the end of it, it'll just kind of get off topic. Like it was this week. He was talking about a video game. I don't remember the name of it, but it's one that has to do with like Morse code. It's a pretty cool game that he just bought. So if you haven't, go check that out. If you haven't checked that out yet, highly recommend going and checking out that Ham Helping Hams live stream that he did on Saturday this week. Good times in that after chat as always. I think I'm gonna jump off of here. I've been going for a little over 2 hours, and got some other stuff I got to get taken care of tonight. And I think my live stream's kind of starting to have issues now. I don't know how well it looks, but I know I've got some jitter here, so it wasn't doing this earlier on full screen. So yeah, when I don't know. I definitely see it. I think the computer's getting a little bit hot. You're going to be doing a review on the MFJ? Yeah, you can probably find a cheap tripod at like Walmart that'll do it. I know they have like I don't have it with me next to me right now, but I just have like a tabletop tripod, and then it's got like a thing that screws off the head, and then you could put that into a bigger tripod. That you can find both those at Walmart though, phone mounts and all those kind of things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off of here. Like I said, probably not live streaming again until like Sunday, maybe. Depending on what my schedule ends up looking like. If I got anything going on Sunday after work, but yeah, so we'll see. Other than that, if I'm not live streaming on Sunday, probably won't live stream again until like Monday or Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, make sure you go check out. I think Greg K6EGG is going to be going live here in a little bit. Again, thank you to Greg for helping me out a bunch with this live stream. Definitely think the advice that he gave me on just different ways to test my stream and just all kinds of different settings and things that he's been helping me out with over the last few days. Definitely helped make the stream a little bit better today. Change some things up. Hopefully you guys can tell a difference. But big thanks to Greg K6EGG again for the help. Super nice guy. Make sure you go check out his live stream later this evening. I think he's going live. I don't know when, but make sure you go check out his live stream here in a little bit. Until next time, guys, thank you again so much for watching. 73. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night.